I thought I was doing so good. I was like, I'm going to keep it together. Truthfully, I have no idea how to start this video. Normally, I'm really hyper. And don't get me wrong, I'm excited to hear the song, but at the same time, there's a great sense of I don't know how I'm going to react when I listen to it. When one of my good friends let me know that this unreleased Linkin Park song was coming out and the ramifications of that hit me like, oh my God, I get to listen to Chester in a way that I haven't heard him because no one's heard this song before. It's an overwhelming feeling and I haven't even started the video yet and I'm just trying to... I normally give a very quick introduction and my energy is normally way up here, but I have been putting off watching this for a few days now. Like, I'm excited. I'm thrilled I get to listen to this, but also I have got some mad feelings going on right now. So I figure, what better day to have your heart torn out and to cry a lot than Valentine's Day. So we're just going to dive on in. This is Lost, Linkin Park.
Just a scar somewhere down inside of me, something I cannot repair, even though it will always be. I pretend it isn't there. This is how I feel. I'm trapped in yesterday, where the pain is all I know. And I'll never break away, 'cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion. Lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion. But I'm tired, I will always be afraid of the damage I've received, broken promises they made, and how blindly I believed. I will never break away, 'cause when I'm alone, I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion. Lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be.
Okay. Typically, I know that you guys come to this channel for a vocal breakdown, but I am very much steeped in the context of these lyrics, combined with the fact that, Chester took his own life, and of course, if you yourself have ever had mental health struggles, there is imagery in these lyrics, and there are things that you will be able to relate to that are almost scary to contemplate, because when you resonate with these feelings and you know that eventually Chester passed, it's a lot to take on. And then, of course, there's the nostalgia just kicking me in the freaking ribs, because the song structure, to do with like how they've chosen to layer the vocals, being able to hear Chester's voice again, it's such a throwback. Like, it feels, I don't want to say earlier Linkin Park, but it feels like something that I listened to when I was younger. And I truly believe that music that you listen to during your formative years, it lives in a part of you, and you think you're never going to be able to hear that voice in a new way ever again. And Chester's voice is flippin' iconic, and I've watched the lives of him perform. He's amazing as a vocalist. The consistency of this singer. I had to pause because I can feel the build is coming, and I just know that when that hits, I'm struggling a little bit with words, so we're going to finish this out, and then if I have thoughts, I will share them. I'm very sorry that my analysis has just... All right.
Alright, I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I try to keep this pain inside, but I will never be alright. I'm lost in these memories, living behind my own illusion. Lost all my dignity, living inside my own confusion.
Okay. All right. So, primary build is from vocal layering, particularly Chester's very distinct distortion that he has. So he has two kinds of distortion that he uses. He has one that's a full scream. I believe it's a fry scream. I'd have to go back and re-listen because I was not even close to being a professional in what I do now. When I first started listening to him, it just felt right for him to increase the intensity in the way that he does from these smooth, balanced, slightly twangy, clean vocals, and then introducing that staticky distortion. We have a bit of like a fry belt going on, or you get that crackle pop distortion over his clean vocals. And then for that to escalate into like proper screams, that fry scream. I think it's a fry scream. I would have to go back. Of course, I'm going to have to go back now because I'm swallowing it all down. Revert back into eyeballs, please. You guys know what I'm talking about. If you're here and you're watching this with me and you are a fan of Linkin Park, you know what I'm talking about that escalation in their music from Chester. And you have that beautiful dichotomy of something that, in a lot of ways, I know it's still staticky and it's still got distortion, but there was like a purity and a sincerity in how Chester sang. For that to escalate into those screams, it just truly just takes your... Sorry, my nose is dripping like crazy. It truly just escalates. And the screams feel right. It feels like it's meant to go there. You know what I'm talking about. If you're a Linkin Park fan, if you're familiar with Chester, you know what I am talking about. The way they build their music, this to me is like quintessential Linkin Park. I hear similarities to other songs that they have built. I hear influences like the little techno-y moments that peak in. I'm just talking about tones of different instrumental layers there. I'm not talking about specifically a huge genre influence there, but the flow of the music, that combined with the lyrics, with the context of knowing how he passed, it's gut-wrenching. This song sums up so much of what he would talk about in interviews. And I feel like he always kept a buoyancy, even when he was talking about his mental health issues in interviews. And a lot of the sincerity in his vocal performance, I believe, is a true reflection of just how much what he would talk about in interviews impacted him. I mean, he's this great beloved figure. And so I hope that if you have similar feelings or are struggling with some of the things that were explored within this song, I hope that you have people around you who can support you. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to go grab a tissue. Okay. As I was saying, should have just brought the whole damn box with me. As I was saying, if you ever have any feelings that reflect what is in this song, I know that it's probably overwhelming to actually be listening to it, knowing the circumstances of, we'll never know exactly why, but he spoke about it so much that this kind of song, if you have those feelings too, please just I hope you're keeping yourself safe. Is probably where I'm going to have to leave that. Otherwise, I'm going to become incoherent. And that is not why you're here. Play it off with humor. Yay. Overall thoughts, vocals, classic Chester. Frick, I really am going to need that tissue box. Classic Chester, that smoothness. He sits so easily. He sits so easily in a higher range, and there's this smoothness and an intensity to how he belts. I've always felt like he sits very much in a mix unless he is sitting more speechy and low. This is, I guess, a little different to where you might hear people play with things like falsetto a little bit more. I feel like Chester's voice is very, very consistent through his range, and then his detail for expression is in his distortion, is in the screams, and in his 100% authenticity when he is performing. And I think that's why he connected with so many people, and why for so many people Linkin Park is just something that they flocked to, and it made them feel something. So I thought I was doing so good. I was like, I'm going to keep it together. I had a feeling, but I was like, I'm going to keep it together and we're going to be fine and we'll cry later. I am so sorry about all the snot. It's a thing. You cry and then the boogers come. But I think I'm going to have to leave it there. I am more than happy to dive into other Linkin Park if you want more breakdowns of Chester's vocals and performance skills. This, to me, I don't feel actually showcased everything that Chester was capable of as a vocalist, just because it didn't take it to that full scream. It's very the space that he gave it vocally. The lyrics are, I guess, the primary thing that I was focusing on in this particular performance, and those lyrics just, if they resonate, they resonate. Please stay safe. So on a lighter note, to finish this out, it's amazing to be able to hear an unreleased Linkin Park song and to get to listen to Chester's vocals again in a new song. It's a blessing in a way, because you get something you never thought you would ever get again. And if it is something, if Linkin Park is a band that has been part of your life, something that you've enjoyed and connected with, then please let me know how this affected you, because as you can see, I'm just an emotional little dumpling right now. I'm going to have to come to terms with this. I feel like the emotion comes from the fact that it is hearing him again in a song I haven't heard before, and the fact that, considering the context, we never thought we'd get something like this again. So I think that's primarily where the emotion is coming from. Plus, also the lyrical meaning of the song is fairly straightforward. I am so sorry about the boogers. The snot just comes like a dam bursting. So I am going to leave that one there. Not a particularly in-depth analysis. I am so sorry about that. But I am more than happy to break down other Chester performances. If you would like, please leave a comment on which ones you would like me to break down. I am more than happy to dive back into fangirl Julia mode and vibe with you guys, break down some of your favorite performances, some of my favorite performances. I'm happy to do that. So with that being said, thank you for joining me on this Valentine's Day. Thank you for lasting to the end of the video and putting up with all the stuff. I really should have done this one last in my filming today. Forethought. Should have thought about that. But yeah, I hope you are staying safe. I hope you are looking after yourselves. I hope that you have people around you, and I hope that you enjoyed this unreleased, now released Linkin Park song, and that it brought whichever feelings it did for you. I've had, yes, there's the sad feelings, but there's also the positive as well of the happiness of it. It's just connected into the sadness because you go, oh my God, I get them again. And then you remember why you can never have them again. So I hope you're staying safe. I hope you are staying healthy. I will see you in a new video. Thank you so much for joining me in listening to the moving vocals of Chester in this Linkin Park song. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye. What a day. I am going to have links to all of the helplines. If you're part of my Discord, I have a links channel for support. Please be okay, you guys. Please, if you are struggling. But what a day. I mean, I had curls at the start of this. The humidity has just destroyed it. Oh my God, I went to get a tissue and it just... Ooh. It was like I left the camera and then the flood works were just like, incoming. Oh my God. Boogers.